All right, there we go. Make sure everything looks good over here on this end too as well. Rounding up some gear here real quick. Oop, nope, that's not what we want. All right. Steve C., I also see the comment there saying first, welcome aboard, Steve. Good to see you. All right. Steve C. also dropping in saying hello, everyone. Yep, back at you again, Steve. Good to see you here on this another edition of the late night musings here. Amateur aquatic addiction, or AAA, perhaps we'll say. The AAA of the fish fam. I love it. Saying hey, y'all. Right back at you. Good to see you. Alrighty. I might also at some point here try to add my phone to this because it might be easier for me to see what we're doing here. 3G, good to see you. Peplin Creek Aquatics, how's it going, Brian? Good to see you. Saying hello, back at you. Hope it's been an awesome day as you another day draws closer to where Rogers probably gets traded to the Jets, you might say. Yes. Whoopsie. I just scooted my table. Sorry about that. All right, guys, it's a very exciting night. I'm probably going to go ahead and go live here again tomorrow as well. But yes, we have really one of the last pieces left for really cycling this tank. And of course, I am talking about some heaters. And yep, we got not one, we got two. I'm going to switch that because y'all don't need to see what I paid for these. But yes, as you can see on the box, eventually I'll get this in the right order. There we go. Yep, we did get a pair of Inkbirds. Supposedly, these bad boys can go up to about 1,200 gallons each. They use up as much power as needed to get to the temperature that you set it to, which will be interesting because I've used controllers before, but it's been a hot minute, so might be some relearning involved. But that's just a thing, some relearning, so it shouldn't be too bad. But you might also see back here, right where my finger is. Yes, I did put a little bit of a heater in there to try to give it a little head start. That's only a 300-watt heater, though. It's a backup that I keep just in case one of the heaters were to go out in Finley's tank and if her water got a little bit cold. That's right. I mean, it's not always the most cost-effective, but having some spare stuff once in a while, even if you're not going to use it for a while, yeah. I have a spare 300-watt heater just lying around in case, like, say a heater went out, like I said, in Finley's tank, or my angelfish with the 125, or my 240 back there. Or, I mean, I got two 75s in here as well. 300 watts would be a little much for a 75, perhaps, depending on who you talk to. But it's a nice little heater that could heat up a lot of tanks. I mean, the smaller ones, it'll just maybe a few minutes and boom. But yeah, that's why I like to have at least a couple backup heaters just in case. I also got a little miniature preset 100-watt heater there too that I traditionally put in some of my smaller aquariums, like my 20 longs and all that. That usually does pretty well on some of those. Or back when I even had some more 10 gallons down here. But yes, that's I'm getting sidetracked here. But yes, guys, we got a pair of Inkbirds that should heat this tank pretty well, and now we'll officially get the full-on cycling process going. Of course, we got a warranty card with this as well, which is nice. I'm going to cover that up there, but I mean, yeah, Inkbirds there, very good. Of course, the instruction manual. Might look at that later. All right, see if we can pull this out. Yes, yes, yes. These will serve us quite well, I believe. And the cool thing is that they shouldn't get nibbled on by the puffer. There we go. Yep. And this thing here has 2 temperature probes, so you spread those throughout. These are the probes here. And yeah, suction cups and all that jazz. I haven't worked with probes before, so this might be a little bit interesting, but that's also why we're doing it with no fish in here. So we're going to go ahead and put this on. But yeah, the cool thing about these two, they have a 12-month warranty as well, so they're good to last you a year, or yeah, you get new ones on top of it, which is great. But it's got a smart Wi-Fi temperature controller for the aquarium and all that. Of course, you also got the manual right here. Probably what I'm going to use. I don't like screwing around with that Wi-Fi stuff because, well, my Wi-Fi is not always the greatest here. So, yeah, we're going to avoid that. I see Jerome popping in here, giving a little wave. Welcome aboard, Jerome. Of course, Peplin earlier saying hello. 3G, don't think I said hi to you earlier. Giving the peace sign and the eyeball emojis there. Appreciate all y'all coming in there. And of course, the AAA or Amateur Aquatic Addiction. Whole bunch of awesome folks here. Big shrimping, you know, I've actually got that a lot. Some people say that it kind of does have a little bit of a snake face to it. And you know what? I see it. I mean, his eyes aren't, I think the word is slitted or whatever the term is. It doesn't have like that snake eye thing, but I see it. I mean, I can see it. And it'll be but yeah, he's another one that kind of like a snake, likes to lurk in the shadows to get his prey and such. But yeah. Scuba Stevo, good to see you, man. They had enough of that burrowhead crap, I guess. Yeah, I guess so. That was one heck of a game, though. Kansas City, Cincy, what a game. I got to take my L, though, on that 49ers and Eagles prediction on Kenny's stream on Friday, though. I picked the Niners, and, well, honestly, when Brock Purdy got hurt and then they had to go to their 4th-string quarterback, then it's kind of like, yeah, this is going to be it's like, I kind of knew at that point, it's like, yeah, this is the Eagles to lose now. But yeah, I also think that's the bigger reason why they smashed too. I'm not saying it's the only reason, because, I mean, the Eagles are just really dang good, too. But, yeah, we'll see how the Super Bowl goes now. It'll be the Eagles and the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. That'll be a lot of fun to watch. Drum, is it Wi-Fi that connects you to your network or just Wi-Fi to your phone connect via app? I've never messed with the Wi-Fi. To be honest, Jerome, the Wi-Fi is a new thing for me as well. The only thing really that I've worked with before is controllers, like the probes, the Wi-Fi. It's all going to be a bit of a learning experience here. So, but you know what? We're going to learn it here together here. Vinosky saying sup. What's up, Vinosky? Good to see you here. Over a dozen people here watching here late night as it's winding down the weekend here. Just getting some of the twisty ties off these things here. These probes got a long cord as well. Initially, I was just going to get a titanium heater for this thing, but well, this will work fine as well, and it's definitely going to take up less space, which you're talking about a fish that grows over, 2 feet, closer to 3 feet. It's not too bad to be a little nitpicky about, making sure you got all the space you need. There we go. Our first one is loose. That's one probe. Bingo. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. We're probing the tank. GRB Aquatics saying good day. Back at you. Fantastic freaks and everyone. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, it's a good day. Finally putting some Inkbird heaters in the 510 here to finally get that part going. It's really the last thing that, in terms of running the tank that we need, I'm still trying to figure out precisely what I'm going to do to cover the tank here. While puffers in general, let alone a Maboo puffer, are not known to be jumpers, my saying with fish is, if it can swim, it can jump. So we're going to do something to put a cover on there to make sure that the fish in the water stay in the water. I have like a net thing that we might use temporarily until we make like some sort of custom made lids and such, because yeah, I just don't want to see don't want to see any fish jump out. We certainly don't want the Maboo puffer itself to jump out. Freaky Fish Lady saying howdy. Back at you. Welcome aboard here. Fish Tank Frank, welcome aboard. Just got home from Universal Studios. Super cool Mario World. Just Super Mario World. I'm not sure why I thought I saw cool in there somewhere. Kids went nuts. Cool. Fish fam. Absolutely. I envy you, man. I've been to Disney World, but I have not made it to Universal Studios yet. And I've seen like little reels of that on Facebook. I've seen shorts of it on YouTube. Obviously, the Super Mario movie coming out. It looks super cool. I would love to. Yeah, I definitely would love to check it out here sometime soon. Maybe someday down the road when we, maybe later when I know if the day ever comes where maybe we get 10,000 plus subs on here, and maybe then we make our way down to Orlando, or I guess technically they have it for Daytona this year for Aquashella. Really disappointed they don't have it in Chicago this year, but that's a different topic. We won't get into that. But yeah, one of these times might get down there. Haven't seen much of the Inkbirds. Thought they were just controllers that you plugged into other heaters. Always still learning. Nope. So the heaters, theirs are a little bit different. I've never actually used them myself, but a lot of friends recommended them. 3 of my 5 local fish stores here recommended them. But they're actually these little probes, and I have 2 of these in general, so we're going to have 4 total probes going into this tank, which honestly will be good. We can spread them throughout the tank. I'm actually, as we sit here, kind of thinking like, okay, how do I want to do this orientation yet? And part of me is wondering, like, maybe I put one like right on the back wall side, and then maybe 2 on the back wall here, or maybe I just spread them all 4 out on the back wall there. But we also still want to, spread out the heat so they're not always working, because it's going to be a little bit of work at first, because believe me, even with that 400 watts of heater power in there, that water is still nowhere near fit for a Maboo puffer yet. So but these will help. Just got one here undone. All right. And you got the plugins here. I'm probably going to go through this as well here too, because obviously I want to make sure I know what we're doing here. I don't know why I didn't really look through these here too beforehand. Thanks, Frank. Yeah. Little work here yet to do. We haven't even begun to aquascape. I did get some water Sprite to start putting in here. So once we get the heaters and such, the water Sprite will hopefully start helping us continue the cycle here, as I've thrown in some C-Chem stability and prime in here earlier. So yeah, hopefully the plants will also help speed this up as well. I also got 2 250 grade sponge filters that I might throw in there tonight. I might throw in on tomorrow's stream. Of course, talking about the Monday musing stream, which if you want, we're probably going to work on this a little bit more here yet tomorrow as well. Yeah, you could put in some filtration together. Obviously, I got a giant canister filter. Kind of all depends on how long it takes me to figure out these ink birds and such, because like I say, I've never worked with probes. I've worked with controllers one time, but that's been like literally over 5 years ago, and obviously technology changes so fast nowadays. So it's going to take a little bit of time, I'm sure, to figure it out here, but no, that's also kind of what these streams are about. I mean, help learning together. As I also look through this here, you would think somewhere through this it would have you a little something to also give you an idea of like, okay, here is how you set it up. So far, I am not seeing that much. Inkbird Pro app. I'll have to download that here on the phone here soon. Actually, you know what? Let's go ahead and do that. It's got a little QR code here in the booklet. There's that. Bingo! One of the awesome moderators in here, Liquid Only Fin, saying, "Sup, Mr. Freak?" All good, Matt. Just finally got a heater. Wow, that looks like a jungled mess. But it's a little more organized than it looks. But let's see. Oh, are you kidding? Oh, geez. Guys, I scanned the QR code, and it tells me the link is out of date. Oh, Jiminy Christmas. Oh, what? Well, okay. Well, let's just go through the Google Play Store. There's another way. There's more than one way to do this. That's nuts, though. A QR code in there, and they say it's out of date. You gotta be kidding me. Big Tank Hank. What's up, man? Good to see you. Saying lurking and working. Absolutely, man. Appreciate you dropping by here as we set up some ink birds. Heaters, of course, on the 510 here soon. As soon as I get this app downloaded for the Inkbird heaters. That looks like it's it. Yeah. Yeah, that looks like it's it. Cool. Download that. Google Play Pass free for a month. Yeah, no thank you. And I don't get why these things gotta ask you like a couple of questions before you download a simple app, you know? Like, I really don't care. Please just let me get into the thing. Please and thank you. GRB Aquatics. Greeting Mr. Hank himself, who also says hello, everybody, with the double hand wave. All right, there we go. Getting into this. Allow you to send notifications. Sure, why not? ITC, let's see. Okay, we got to register here first. Okay, no, I don't want autofill, but thank you. Get verification code. Okay. And 039. Exhilarating content. Filling up. Oh, come on. There we go. Setting that up. Save username. Yes. Why not? All right. Boom, boom, boom. And sign in. Confirm. How many times is it going to ask me to confirm tonight? Everybody place your bets. Yes, please save it, like I told you earlier. Oh, goodness gracious. Well, that continues. I might just end up saying the hell with it, and I might just end up... This is the Wi-Fi stuff. Sign me off for it. Okay. I never did see, though. Hopefully these suction cups will actually adhere to the sides there, because as you can see, one, we got a little bit of coralline algae. I think that's what it is. I'm not a saltwater guru, so I'm not 100%, so don't quote me on that. But there we go. The two heater probes. The actual heater itself. Okay. Am I going to need a step stool for this crap? I might. Well, in that case, I might have to move my chair. All right, 9 people watching here. Appreciate all y'all. I'm going to double check the chat as I can as we go along with this. Well, first things first, I got to remember where I even put my dang... I got little step ladders down here, but I can't remember where I put one of them. And the sad thing is, people, I got 2 step ladders. I can't find a single one of them right now. Where did I put those? What? No. Oh, I'm a fool. I put them beside the plywood tank here because I knew I was going to need them later. Of course. Oh, guys. I'm silly. And forgetful. Mostly the second thing, but. All right. Well, first things first, let's see if this doggone thing is even going to adhere to that. Well, I'm going to unplug that 300-watt heater too, because we really don't need that anymore. Not like it's doing a whole bunch of affirmative action anyway. Ooh, yeah, that heater is also kind of cold. I wonder how much that even actually did. If it's that cold, I don't know. Hopefully my backup heater there isn't going bad, because if so, then I need to get another one. The idea of not having a backup plan scares me a bit. Okay, we're going to stick our probes through the little holes here, because we do have little holes on the corners here. All right. Ooh, that water is good, guys. Oh, cool. It looks like it is going to stick. Oh, that's awesome. Well, that's challenge number 1. I'm going to try sticking them on the ends here, and I can always move them around later. All right. Ah! Can't wait to get heat on this thing. Oh, yeah. Next thing, too, thermometers. They may not look good on an aquarium, but believe me, these things are, look at that, $4. $4 can be the difference between temperature killing your fish. I mean, obviously you can just stick your hand in there too, but I mean, it's not like we just want to stick our hands in there all the time, given everything else we do in our daily lives. So I will always recommend get at least one of these. I have 2 of them on here because 8 feet is pretty long. So just a little extra clarification to, get a little more certainty about where things are at. All right. We'll get to the foam part later because I feel like that is not going to be as simple as any of us want it to be. So I'm going to go ahead, stick this up in the corner over here. The cool thing about these heaters too, they'll give you Celsius and Fahrenheit. Of course, here in America, we mostly use the Fahrenheit because we're Because us Americans are weird like that. We make our own metric systems, see kilometers versus miles as well, or gallons versus liters being another example, I guess. There we go. We're going to put that one way up in the corner. All right, there's one heater. Or not that, but thermometer. It measures heat. You get it. Jeremy Quacks, I have calibrated the back of my hand to approximately 75 degrees, right? I mean, that's just me. I think it's a precaution that's very much worth taking. I mean, just put on the glass and maybe put one at the bottom, one on the top. I mean, whatever is comfortable for you guys. Of course, heat rises, so your warmer water is probably going to be on the top. There we go. We got 2 heaters on that bad boy. I'm kind of interested to see what it'll even say our temperature is. Because I can promise you, I'll say that might not even be 70 degrees, honestly. I'd be kind of surprised if that water was. Because that water is cold. All right. So we got plenty of aeration in there now, as you clearly see. So there's that going for us. All right. I'm going to plug this in for a second, see if I can maybe just set it manually. All right, we got dots on. All right, so according to the Inkbirds, our water, ladies and gentlemen, is 67.5 degrees. I think some goldfish or koi might even find that cold. Oh, you're actually gonna make me do the freaking fracking app. All right. Damn it. I don't want to, Mom. P&W, absolutely. Perfect for plants and shrimp. Toss them in. Well, we do have some water Sprite floating around up there acclimating that honestly has been floating around probably for 4 or 5 hours because actually probably even longer than that. But I've had them floating since we got back because we had a birthday party to go to today and we always do Sunday dinner with my in-laws. So for about, at least 5 hours, I'd say. Maybe probably over 6. Of course, PNW, you all saying hello, everyone, because just joining here. Welcome aboard. But yeah, I mean, water Sprites, I mean, they weren't doing too bad. Those Inkbirds, let's see. Was it 76 or 78 that they automatically set at? All right. Currently set at 78. You know what? That's okay. 78 is okay. I'm a boo puffer. Will think 78 is just fine. They can do a little bit warmer. They can do up to the lower 80s. I tend not to move them up towards like the 82 degree range or anything unless there's like a disease or like, something like ick or like, like one of those little parasites and such, those annoying little pests. All right, Inkbird number 2. All right. Sandy, how's it going? Welcome aboard here. So what I'm going to try to do right now is, honestly, right now, if it just bumps up the water to 78, that's going to take it a hot minute to do so. So I'm all right if that's where the temperature is set right now. And then while it tries to get us that far, we'll set up the rest here shortly. Because right now, the main objective is to get the heater set up and the water warmer. And honestly, if we keep it at 78 degrees, that is, I mean, honestly, if I bump it up at all, I maybe might bump it up a degree or two. That's about it. But, I mean, 78 is about what I have it in the 40 breeder with Mac right now, so I don't envision myself really changing that much, if at all. P&W double ink bird. Yeah, I mean, the main reason I do it too is because, well, one, it's 500 gallons of water, and even as so, I just decided, you know what, let's do it just in case, because if one of them breaks and doesn't heat up the tank, period, that way we can, have another one there still doing the job. Versus, if you just have one heater and it decides to go, you got another one doing the work. Granted, it's going to be working twice as hard, but maybe with two even, maybe they last longer. That's my ideology with heaters. Sometimes, well, with bigger tanks, I'm not going to put two. Just throwing a number out there, I'm not going to throw two 200 watts in like a 75 or whatever. But yeah, the two Inkbirds, I'd agree. It is a little excessive. I won't disagree with you, but I don't know. I'd rather have a little bit more. I'd rather have two heaters than one because, again, yeah, if one decides to retire out of the blue, we got another one doing the job. All right. Ooh, take these. Wait, don't plug that in, Austin, you moron. Your probes aren't even in the water yet. What the heck are you doing? I'm gonna break the heater before I even get a chance to use it. Someone needs to come. Somebody please come to the Fantastic Fish Room here and save me from myself. I might get more suction cups for these things too, because I definitely don't want the wires just swimming all around through the water too and look alluring to a puffer. Because the last thing we want a puffer to do is get electrocuted, of course. And just like that, my blue puffer bites into a heater that's capable of over 1,200 watts. And that was how his name changed from Mac to Sparky. Because when he bit into the wire, sparks flew everywhere. Horrible joke. Yes, it is. From a tank that size, I'd be using a water heater as my tank heater. I mean, shoot. All right, get that over here. The problem is, over there, it's a lot more cramped space, so this should be quite interesting. And by interesting, I mean a royal pain in the backside. Okay, especially since I got a bunch of crap over here. Oh, what is even this down here? Come on, move. Get out of here. Move. There we go. There we go. Late night musings, where Fantastic Freaks shapes his backside. And that's how his channel got demonetized. Demonetized for twerking. Alright. Where are my probes at? First he talks about twerking, now he's talking about probes. This is the night where he gets demonetized, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, there's that. Unplug that other submersible heater. Actually, we're going to keep that in the water, though, until it cools, because we don't want to break it. Okay, there's that. Roll up the sleeve, because this water... Dang, this water's cold! Whose fault is that? Mine. Why did I even say that? Less of this water is cold. Okay. Other controller turning on. 78 degrees. Fine by me. You literally got, oh my goodness gracious. I actually got to use the God blessed app to bump the heat up or down. Oh, that's going to be annoying. All right, well, that can't be too hard. We'll figure it out. All right. I think I'm going to use a water heater in my living room tank if I do discus. This will likely only be 275 gallons. Hey, that's going to be a beautiful discus tank, though. 275 gallons for discus? Woo! Kudos to you. All right. I threw all my trash right in front of my chair area. Why did I do that? Making a mess everywhere. My one sleeve is still rolled up. Yeet. There we go. All right. At some point, we'll figure this out here. And that's helpful there. A little changing set and such, of course, because that'll get temperature setting number 2. High temperature alarm. That doesn't go off until, okay, I was about to say. I was looking at it first like, that thing's not going off until 100 degrees. That's a problem. It's like, if that thing's not giving me an alert until it's at 100 degrees, then fish are going to be dead whole lot of degrees ago. All right. But that is one thing I do like. These things got like a little heater alarm and such. So if the water's getting too hot, it'll let you know, which is nice. Because well, if a heater is stuck on and won't turn off, well, then that's a totally different problem versus your water getting cold. As a lot of us fine fish folk here already know. Let's see. All right, let's give this app another go, shall we? Okay, what is this model again? ITC 306A. And there we go. It's right there. Okay. Power on the device and confirm that the indicator light blinks rapidly. Okay. So we are going to unplug these and reset them basically. Wow. It's already got this water up to about 67 degrees. Impressive. Okay, yep, we got a light blinking rapidly. That's good. We got that one blinking. Now we got to make sure it's doing that on the other side as well. I don't know. Maybe you can and connect these both at the same time. If not, I guess we'll find out. If not, that's okay. This one is not. Okay, so unplug. Get a few seconds and back in. Okay, they're both blinking rapidly, so that should now work. Okay. Why fight it? Yes. There we go. And bada bing, bada boom. Connected. Confirmed. Oh, password. Doy. All right, connecting now. Well, this is about as close as possible to the router and device as it can be, as the tank is pretty much right below it. And my phone is right here below it as well, so this should be no problem. And if it is, well, oh well. This thing weighs about 3 tons. It's not like I can just lift it upstairs. Hell, if this tank was empty, I couldn't lift it upstairs. I probably even couldn't lift half this tank. All right. You know what? Let's bring the phone over here. Ah, we're in sleep mode. No! No. There we go. Okay. Sometimes that stops the downloading, and we certainly don't want that. P&W, you assume correctly. Mabu will be going to tank weather fish. Honestly, P&W, I don't have a full-on plan set for that. My wife is really trying to talk me into some stingrays. However, I've kind of asked around. I mean, even at Aquashella and such, the cool thing is Mr. Mabu Puffer himself, Corey, Aquarium Co-op, that's how I got the shirt. Hashtag not sponsored, but, you know. But alas, asking him, plenty of others. I mean, checking out from forums from all different times, present, even up to like 15 years ago and such. The one worry I have is, though, if I get stingrays, which obviously like to bury themselves in the sand, which isn't a problem because puffers like sand too. My worry is, though, those little stingrays' eyes are going to peep out of that sand there. And some people say that the Mabu puffer, that can look like a really big and tasty snail to them, which obviously could lead to all sorts of problems for the ray. So I'm hesitant to go that route. Probably not likely, but what I guess I'm personally thinking is putting the Mabu puffer in here with like a big school, maybe 2 big schools of tetras or something. One of the stores here in town have like a load of cardinal tetras because I am thinking of putting like some water sprite and some jungle valves back there. Just really tall background plants to kind of give them something to swim through. Something like that. That's one thing I've thought about. Guppies are another thing that I've kind of thought about because obviously guppies could, maintain themselves honestly. And I mean, Lord knows they'd have plenty of space in there. Vibes, how's it going? It's cracking all right. We just put in some Inkbird heaters. We just stuck the 2 probes from each. We got 2 total setups, so 4 total probes. Just stuck them in there. The temperature is currently set for 78. We'll see how quick those probes get them there. I imagine it's going to take a hot minute since apparently the water was about 65 degrees when we stuck the probes in. So there's that. Jerome, yeah, I was thinking the same thing too. We should be able to set the temperatures without Wi-Fi. I'm probably when I get off stream, I'm gonna read into this a little bit deeper here, but obviously, me just sitting here going is not very entertaining to you guys either. But definitely we'll read through this thing here a little bit more, and I'm sure you're right. I'd be really surprised if there was not a way to adjust the temperature on these without using Wi-Fi, because I mean, if your Wi-Fi goes out, what do? You're hosed. And for all sorts of reasons, that'd be a problem. But nah, I just got to read through this little book here, find the part that kind of talks about it, and we'll figure it out. We'll have to give that a try here. Actually, you know what? The downloads, speaking of set, we'll see if that's done here. Uh-oh. Oh no, did the app close? Oh, the app closed. Son of a beast. Are you kidding me? You blasted thing. Dang it. P&W, yeah, I do know. Especially since our, well, I will tell you now, our water here in Council Bluffs is just from the tap. It's hard, so it's harder water and a little bit alkaline as well. Oh, not crazy alkaline, but it just a pinch. But yeah, it's definitely harder water for sure. Kind of makes me surprised that some angelfish down here do so well, because I don't do water softeners. I'm a person that I just don't believe in chasing water parameters. I believe that just stresses out the fish way more versus just saying like, well, this is the water we get out of the tap. Let's just make sure that, it gets the bacteria that the fish need to, thrive and live. And I mean, yeah, and then try to get it as well as we can without having to chase with like, certain powders and medicines and liquids and such, because that just to me sounds like, well, one, I'm not that good with chemistry. I'm just not. But I don't know. Chasing water parameters sounds like that's going to stress a fish out way more versus if you just say like, all right, this is what we're playing with. Choose your fish wisely. Otherwise, if it works for them, cool. Make it work as best you can. And if it doesn't, well, then it's like, all right, well, the fish don't survive well in this water. Don't get those fish. Oh, this stinking thing. I need to turn off like sleep mode. It's starting to irritate me here. All right, connecting now. Let's give this a second go around. See if it actually does its job. I'm going to make sure the phone stays on here this time. And that is true, P&W, with the half clams as well. Like I said, I haven't got the whole tank mate thing totally figured here yet, but there are already a few snails that I've thrown in there too to kind of also help out the cycle and such. And especially once we get the plants in there. I just only got some water sprites right now, nothing crazy. I'm probably not going to go too crazy on the plants in there anyway. Probably just going to be some jungle valves, or maybe some various valves in there, some various Anubiuses, maybe put some crypts in there. I've seen some stores here in the Omaha area that have some pretty good looking crypts. Was very tempted by that as at the same place where I just bought these ink birds from. But yeah, I haven't fully figured it out here. I mean, hey, if any of you guys here in the chat have suggestions, bring them on. Let me hear them. You might just come up with an idea that might go like, ooh, but I know sometimes people put arowanas with Mabu puffers. That's another one though, because those arowanas just kind of have that little fin sort of thing. And that's another one I just think would look oh so tantalizing to a puffer to just take a chomp at, and that would cause all sorts of issues because arowanas do jump. Let's see here. Okay. Device not responding. Check Dermot points and retry. Oh, bless it all. Well, we'll mess with the Wi-Fi part later. I'm not going to keep toying with that left and right on stream here. All right, so let's see. Yeah, Jerome, we're gonna try your deal here, where you say you got to hold set for a few seconds and see if you unlock it. We're gonna give that a shot here, real quick. All right, it's getting a little warmer in there. Long ways to go, but she's getting there. Jeepers, criminy, it's already done at about 1.5 degrees. Impressive. Oh, that's right. Chill out. Well, at least we know the alarm works. I set the alarm to go off, but goes below 72 degrees, and since we're at 66.7, it's like, well, yeah, Austin, you moron. It's not going to like that then. $200 for alarm high? Oh, God, no. We're turning that way down. Good God, 200 degrees? That's a boiling point. I'm sorry, if your aquarium ever reaches 200 degrees or gets eaten anywhere somewhat in the ballpark close to 200 degrees, you got a problem. All right, let's see. People in the chat, tell me, what should we set our alarm high for? Should we set it for 90 or should we set it low? 90 is still pretty high. Okay, come on, you. Oh, why are you being a butt? Come on. There we go. All right, we got that one set. And Jerome, you were correct. All we had to do was hold down the set, and that did the trick. So there we go. JRB, 70 degrees, low alarm. I set mine at 72, but that might not be a bad idea either. 82 degrees. Now, here's the thing, though. Maboo puffers don't mind if their water gets a little bit warmer. But, yeah, what did I set that for? I think I set it for 85. No. Shoot, I might have set it higher than that. I'll have to take a gander at that, but 82, I mean, yeah, I wouldn't want the water too much warmer than that, even though Maboo puffers don't mind their water being a little bit, yeah, if they're, 67, or not 67. I'm sorry, Jeremy, I can't read. 76. I got it set for 78 myself right now, just because I know the Maboo puffer doesn't mind their water a little bit warmer, and that's what I got it set in his 40 breeder right now. But 76 wouldn't be too bad. $78 set, yep, that's good. Jerome, seeing that there. 82 high, 70 low. It's not a bad deal, actually. Yeah, let's go ahead and set it for 70 low. I got it set for 72 right now, but we can fix that pretty quick. All right, the alarm high. Oh my goodness, I had that at 88. Oh my gosh, yeah, we definitely got to go lower than that. All right, we said 82, so we'll bring her down to 82. Alarm low, we said 70. Okay, where's that page that talks about that? CT, what the hey is that? Continuous heating time. Somewhere between 0 to 60. Okay, yeah, we'll leave that alone. CA, okay. Reading here up as we go along here. There we go. All right. The left two probes are set. Oh, that's actually a good point, Jerome. Yeah. When power goes out, yeah. It's actually 72. I mean, that would be chilly for a Maboo puffer, but I mean, it would still manage as long as the water doesn't stay there for very long. Which if you have a power outage, you would hope it wouldn't. All right. Set the right probes over here. cooking up to 78 degrees over here, which is all right. All right, we said high of 82 for the alarm high, so we'll set the same, we'll basically do all the same settings over here on the right side, because we want to remain consistent throughout the tank as much as possible. Alarm low. I can't believe that's starting all the way down at 32. Bring that up, man. We gotta go way up with that. Going up, going up, going up. There we go. That's at 70. And yes, I know. You don't like the temperature right now because right now the temperature only reads 67.1. All right. All right, I'm going to give that a little bit of time there to do its job and heat up that tank before I put in some sponge filters. We'll see how long that lasts. I see my computer battery is getting a little low, so time to plug in the charger. Where is my port at? There it is. Bingo. There we go. Last thing we want is computer to just die and out of the blue. Shell, welcome aboard here. Saying hello, everyone. Just going to listen as I fall asleep. Take care. Absolutely, Shell. Thanks for coming in here as you wind down for the evening here. Appreciate you coming in. Just even listening as you do. Hope you have a good night's rest. All right, so we have manually got the heaters set. So who knows? Maybe we don't even need that online crap. I'll still see if I can maybe figure it out just for the who of it. I'll see. Night Owl Aquatics. Boy, I feel like if I didn't do Fantastic Freaks, that would be another suitable name for me. But Night Owl, welcome aboard here. Don't think I've ever seen you on the channel here before. Good to see you. 510, the measurements on this. Specifically, just by inches, we're not going to go into the fractions and such, but 8 foot 1 inch in terms of length, 3 foot 3 inches in width, or front to back, and it is about 30 or 30 and a half inches tall. One of those two. Those are the dimensions. Jeremy, good fish breeding temperatures with cichlids and good beer drinking weather. I agree. Speaking of beer drinking, be right back. Please stand by. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, after a good long day of a day that has consisted of a fish store visit to not one, but two of my favorite stores, two playoff football games, and now a stream here where we're taking care of more business here on the 510 plywood. I think this is a perfect night to crack open a cold one. The only thing that would have been better is if the Packers would have been playing today. Good old Busch Light, or as we call them here in Iowa, Busch Lattes. George, RB3, saying, hey, how's it going? Craig's Catfish Cave coming in here saying hi. How's it going, Craig? Welcome back. Another frequent visitor. Always love seeing you here on the channel, man. Cheers indeed, Night Owl and GRB. Cheers indeed. For you guys. Cheers to hopefully what's going to be another quick week here to get to the weekend, or at least to me it felt like a quick week. And believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen, we are already going to be wrapping up here with January here. I mean, yeah, it's already, well, we have 4 minutes left of the 29th, so well, at least here in Iowa, we got about 3 minutes left of January 29th, and then Monday will be the 30th, Tuesday the 31st, and boom, this coming Wednesday already, it's February. We'll already be a month into 2023 here. Crazy, right? Scotty Aquati, how's it going? Good to see you. Appreciate you, Craig. Yeah, it's looking good here. Oh, yeah, that other little preset heater. That thing's probably cooled off now where I can get that out of there. Oh, yeah, plenty cool. Plenty cool. Get that the heck out of there. Yep, don't screw up the probes. There we go. Just one of my spare heaters here. This is 100 watt, which, yeah, I know some people are like, well, sweet heck, all that's probably doing to that tank. And you're right. It didn't do a whole lot, but, well, I guess it got it up in the higher 60s. There's that going for us. Let that dry off in that bucket there. All right. All right. Love that log. Something in here? GRB, good question. How long roughly do you predict the tank will take to cycle up to the temperature? Well, tonight I'm just going to let it probably go up to the temperature, but actually, funny enough, over in my 240 over there, you'll notice like a big black spot over there. I'm going to kill the light on this thing eventually. There we go. BMW. But you'll notice there, also by my laundry basket, I think this is like the third stream in a row where I've kept my laundry basket in the way here, and I'm not sure why I keep doing that. But I got two 250-gallon grade sponge filters soaking up some beneficial bacteria there in the 240 over there that are sucking up beneficial bacteria, the bacteria that's important to cycling an aquarium. So once we connect that up to our air pumping up there and such, and get that rolling with some of the prime and stability that I've also put in this tank here, hopefully things will be moving pretty quickly. But, we'll test the water parameters by the day or two as we go along here and kind of see where things are at after a while. Those big sponge filters have been now sitting in my 240 back there just shy of a week at this point. JRB Aquatics, yes, they are huge. They're 250-gallon grade sponge filters. Like, they're almost a foot in diameter. Like, all around, they're big. They're really dang big. So they should definitely help us jumpstart the process here. I would still say probably going to take it on the safe side, though. Oh, unless, I mean, maybe it goes super quick, but I'm probably going to give it at absolute minimum a week. I'm thinking it's probably going to take longer than that. But, I mean, the fact that, I mean, I got some snails in there. I'm going to have some plants in there yet this evening here before we call it a night here. And, yeah, we're going to, I guess it takes as long as it takes, but hopefully I'm hoping within a couple weeks, it should be ready. Maybe sooner, maybe longer, but we'll see. I'm hoping in a couple weeks for sure we can maybe start getting ready to put the puffer over here. Wood. Craig. Seed it. No. Oh, man. We're getting crazy in the chat. The chat's going off the rails, man. Woo. But yeah, speaking of the wood, yeah, this wood was purchased at Aquashella, Chicago. I wish I could remember the vendor or his name right now. Gosh dang it. I wish I could. Actually, if Scuba Steve-O was still here, he might know, because I'm pretty sure Steve-O bought from there too. And I can't remember who it was, but they were awesome. I mean, their prices too were fantastic. One of the best I've ever seen anywhere. Certainly didn't expect it at Aquashella for sure, which you would think a name brand convention and their prices would be up. At least in Chicago, I was actually kind of pleasantly surprised. It wasn't all that bad, but maybe that makes up for paying $80 for both me and my wife to get in. But well, I also didn't have credentials at that point, but at some point we will. That is hitting it. Craig's Catfish Cave. No, we did not. I did not put in used sponges into the 240. No, they are brand new sponges. Yep, they are 100%. Well, obviously I rinsed them off a little bit because, you know, you never know what dust or crud could be on them at first. But no, other than the fact that I rinsed them off before I dropped them into the 240, no. These two 250-gallon grade sponge filters have never been used in any of my other aquariums before, or any other of that. They are brand new, fresh from the box, and a rinse. What would you expect, Jerome? Oh, we're gonna, yikes. We're taking this stream to lengths never seen before. Greg, that emoji describes me and my thoughts very well right now. GRB, nice, yeah. A couple of weeks, that's the goal. Like I say, might take a little longer. Who knows? Might be sooner. Obviously, when you do this long enough, you know what you got to look for. You got to make sure, you know, that your nitrates and nitrites are at the appropriate levels and such. But, you know, I'm also probably going to make, you know, I'm going to take extra precautions. You know, I'm going to take it to, you know, a family fish store that I trust. And that, well, it's frankly going to be probably the same one that I just bought these ink birds from, as well as a number of other things here. So, I mean, we'll take a whole bunch of extra precautions because I definitely want to make sure that, we make sure we don't cut any corners on this, because we want to make sure it is a perfect new home for once we get our Mabu puffer over. Jerome sounds like heading out. It's been fun. Sleepy time. Absolutely, Jerome. Thank you for coming by here, man. Appreciate you. Waving back at you as you put the two wave emojis there as well. Appreciate you, Jerome. Hope to see you back on Monday Musings afternoon. I'm sure we'll be working on this thing here again. I mean, we still got a big old canister filter down here. It's not an actual flue ball. We actually got a big, like, pond-like canister filter. Oh, crud. It's like graded up to do, I think, about 1,500 gallons or so. Either 1,000, either 1,500 or 1,200. Either way, it'll do plenty for this. I'm thinking when Mac gets bigger, like over a foot to a foot and a half or so, I might go ahead and buy an FX6 as well, just to put extra filtration on this. I about dropped the hose. There we go. Just kidding, I didn't throw it. There we go. I've got all the attachments and such. I mean, I'm basically getting attachments to treat it like it's an FX6. Because this thing is going to have one heck of a water flow going into it. See, I'm actually going to check out how far apart did I spread these probes here. Boy, those things actually blend in super well with that background too. Where the heck are these things anyway? Shoot. Oh, crud. Well, one of the suction cups came off over here. I'll get back to him in a minute. And another one came off. Got it. I don't know if this side thing's going to work. If they're not going to... Let's get my phone away from the tank. That's asking for a problem. Hey, we're up to 66.7. There's that working for us. We've climbed past a whole degree and a half. All right. Where'd that other probe go? We need to stick him back. All right. See if that doggone thing sticks there this time. Stay there that time. Oh, this other one came off too. Oh, no. Come on, stay on there. I mean, they aren't coming out of the water, though, either, which that's nice. That coralline algae might be a problem because it's not sticking on the surface all too well, but let's see. Well, it seems like they're sticking now. We'll see what it does. All right. How's that one back there? Oh, yeah. That one back there is sticking just fine. Good to see. Scoot that out of the way. Or, just chuck it. Yeet! Okay, there we go. And make sure that sticks on there. There's my hand. There's my other hand. This hand is warm. This hand in there is cold. Daggone it. All right, let's see if those stay. All right. I tried to get on a part where there's as little coralline algae on there as possible. Okay, those two seem to be sticking. Oh, did you come undone? That other one came undone again. Son of a biscuit. Okay, well, let's try a different spot then. And if that doesn't work, I guess we'll just make sure it stays under the water. And I guess as long as it stays under the water for right now, that's all we really need it to do. So this back over. All right. Try a new location with it. We'll see if that does the trick, maybe. No way. Did that one come undone already? Oh, wait. Nope. That one's staying still. Cool. Hopefully that one's taken care of now. Well, I say, otherwise, for right now, we don't have any fish in there. So if it does float around, I guess we don't really care. But all right, trying to dry off my hand here a little bit before I go back onto the mouse here. Whew, sure, it's actually kind of warm too. That water, it's climbed up a whole 1.5 degrees since we put the heaters on, which, what, they've probably been on there about, what, a little over a half hour now at this point, maybe? Mark, how's it going? Good to see you here. Collaboration of Curiosities saying good day, good day. Back at you. Welcome aboard here. Checking back through the chat. Checking back through the chat. Yes. I don't fully remember what was this. I think this one's called Vivo Home or something. Like it was like it's great up there. I mean, obviously, this is why I also have going to have over 500 gallons of sponge filtration too, because we're going to find out very quickly how well this does. But I mean, well, it's about bigger than I can probably show. Like, well, here. That box right there. Yeah, that right there. That's it. That's the canister. It's technically built for ponds, but, well, 500 gallons is kind of like a pond, so I'm sure it'll do the job well. Time to pick up the mess after just dumping all my crap all over the floor. Messy I am here. George RB3. Anyways, got to go get some stuff done. Talk later. Remember, I had to catch my stream around this time on tomorrow night. Absolutely, George. Now I'm not sure if I'm going to go live late again tomorrow night. I was kind of wanting to knock out here tonight. I mean, I guess we'll see what we all get done tomorrow. But yeah, well, especially if you're going live, I don't want to. Especially the other channels. Want to make sure that everybody gets their chance. But oh yeah, big pond filter. Absolutely, it's graded to do. I want to say it's at least graded to do 1,200 gallons, which is obviously more than double this thing. So yeah, it should do the job pretty well. I might even put another one on there later, like I say, when Mac gets like to a foot or bigger, and put an FX6 on there just to put even more filtration on there, because I believe, and I've said it a few times, and I'm going to say it again here, when it comes to filtration in aquariums, unless it is disrupting your fish and their swimming and their daily habits and such, if it's not causing discomfort or trouble to them in their aquarium, there is no such thing as too much filtration. That's me anyway. Yep. Hope you have a good night there, George. Thanks for coming by here. Appreciate you, man. Yeah, the old sponge filters. I mean, sponge filters, I just like them too, because even when, air's not running through them, they still got that beneficial bacteria in there too that, like, if you have a power outage, those sponge filters, I mean, yeah, the bacteria can go bad after a while if air doesn't flow through them after too much time passes. But even like through a, like even during like a power outage or something, and those sponge filters can buy you a good amount of time yet for your aquariums. And I get it. They don't look all that aesthetically pleasing. They don't look all that fantastic or that decorative in an aquarium. I get it. But even to those people that don't like it just because, like, oh, it's, it's so bulky, it's so big, it takes up so much space in my aquarium. Just saying, it's not a bad deal of filtration, especially if you get a power outage. It might be something that also helps keep that fish stress down, and it's going to save you a lot of stress, as well as probably some stress on your fish as well. I mean, they're definitely not invincible, but they're a nice thing to have. PNW Aqua, I have a few tanks with no filters. Good for you. Probably about half, they are heavily planted. See me though, my problem is I'm not very much of a plant guru, or at least I don't know a whole lot about plants currently. I'd like to change that because I see a lot of these like scape tanks. Like, no, I see like some of these other channels. I mean, obviously Stephen P. Aquatics, he has some really good looking ones. I remember going to Sean Peck's house, or Peck Tech, as you guys would know him here on YouTube, back when we went to Aquaticon, and his tanks, just in terms of like the rocks, the wood, and especially the plants, his tanks just look awesome, just absolutely awesome. A friend of mine in Kansas City, JJ Aquariums, I mean, that dude has some awesome planted tanks there. He also did a show tank there at Aquashella in Chicago, as well as all the other two, I believe, as well. Up there with Jenna P. and Stephen P. I mean, there's a lot of channels there that I watch that they do like those plants and such, and I envy them because I sure wish I would know that now, because I tell you what, there's some tanks out there that, as heavily planted as they are, would love to do something like that someday. But right now, it's just not in the cards because that's just not my strong suit. I just got a lot to learn in that area yet. And you know what? That's okay. There's always something to learn in this hobby. And that's kind of what I like about it. There's always something new, always something to learn. That's the fun. Jeremy has 2 foot wide sponge filters cycling in another tank, ready to put them in there. Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm going to put them in there tonight. I think I want them to get up to temperature, or this tank to get up to its temperature before I drop them in there. So I might not do that until tomorrow's stream. That, and I mean, hey, another night in the 240, soaking up some more of that bacteria and such to, help jumpstart this tank here. Nothing bad's going to come out of it, because I mean, that 240 back there right now, I was testing all the parameters here, and I still do, to make sure that nothing's going awry as we soak up that bacteria. And yeah, those the parameters in that tank right now are exactly where you want them. Exactly where you want them. I almost wish I could put plants in there, but when you put silver dollars in your tank, it gets a little more difficult to do that, because silver dollars really like to eat vegetation. It's a big part of their diet, sadly. Shame on me. I totally forgot about that. I wanted the metallic-looking fish. I'm like, oh, well, I know just the fish. Silver dollars are perfect. Too bad for me. I forgot, oh, yeah, those jungle valves are going to go bye-bye the moment you put them in there, though. And they sure enough did. My secondary chat there blew up there. Just making sure all is well there. This will also help me keep an eye on the like 24 likes as we also keep this going here. Appreciate all y'all for that, as we still got a sweet 16 here currently. Actually, we just bumped up according to my deal there, but appreciate all y'all coming in here. Oh, freaky fish lady. Oh no. So do the rescued Severums. Yeah, I've heard that story too. How they sometimes like to chow down on plants too. There's a lot of fish that sometimes like to do that. My angelfish sometimes even like to do that. Chow down on plants and such. And I try to give them flakes sometimes twice a day to do that. But I mean, some of the plants, like I put some crypts in there and they tore it down like a salad. I mean, they went to town on them. I guess so. It's like, as long as I guess they're healthy, that's the main point. All right. Checking through the chat here, making sure I didn't forget anybody here, but absolutely, yeah. It's the sponge filters. Well, let's see. What's our temperature at right now? Yeah, we started right about at 65 or so is what the thermometers were saying on here. There we go. We are at 67.1 according to that one. 66.7 over here. So we're a little bit warmer on the right side. Well, that's okay, because we did start that one first, actually. So I guess that makes sense. Oh, boy. I don't know. I might throw that 300 in here yet before we call night there, just to kind of help out those heaters and such, to heat up that tank a little bit quicker. Hey, Jerry, absolutely. Jungle Val, Java Moss, and Hornwort. Hornwort is a plant that I still love. I mean, it's very simplistic, and yeah, it grows like no tomorrow, as you kind of indicate there. But it's kind of why I like it, you know? You can put like a plant weight or something on it, have it sink to the bottom there, or you can just keep it on the top there. And like, especially if you got like live bears and such, it's a great plant to have. Sucks up a lot of those nitrates and nitrites to make sure your water stays where it needs to be. But trying some new plants, I mean, I'd say crips are a good one if you haven't tried those ones. They're a pretty simplistic plant. I mean, all sorts of sword plants out there, compacticas, the basic Amazon swords. I mean, all sorts of great plants to try out there that I've given a try to, and I'm just kind of learning that, yeah, I just, I don't know. I keep my plants pretty simple. That way, I can just focus on the fish. But someday I'm sure I'll get a little more advanced with the plants. I don't see myself ever getting too crazy with that, though, because, I mean, plants are cool, and I think live plants add a lot more to a natural feel of the aquarium and such, which is definitely something to speak about. But I don't know. At least for right now, it's just plants are just not my main focus. There's definitely a lot of benefits to having them, and that's hence why I would prefer a live planted aquarium versus a fake. For that exact reason, the benefits of having a live planted tank are just great because plants are just that much more, a little bit of filtration in there, sucking up those nitrites and such to keep your water where it needs to be. It's a good thing to have. Long story short. Wisteria and the hornwort, absolutely. I mean, guppy grass too. I mean, water sprite is another one that can just absolutely take off too. I can see a light breeze out in the trees. Oh, there we go. Oh, but feels very nasty hot inside here. Right? It's pretty chilly here in Council Bluffs today, or it was anyway. Let's see. That was back at 11:28. Let's see if it updates here. About midnight. My phone says it is 6 degrees above zero here in Council Bluffs, Iowa, but feels like -9 right now. And let's see. Tomorrow's only supposed to get up to 11. It might be a little warmer weekend. Looks like this weekend we might hit the 40s. But Saturday's a long ways away, so don't get too hopes up on that, I guess. Ooh, that's a good one too. Save that cartridge pad there. Boom, there we go. Ugh. All right. Something I just thought of, and that I know some people also might, or if you're watching this live, well, I would think most of you, knowing how some of you have been speaking there too, won't think this, but if anyone ever watches this on a replay too, I'm sure some people might be like, why would you put like these little stick-on thermometers on the glass, when your controller also tells you what the temperature is? Here's the thing. I mean, not that the controllers are always, not that they're always inaccurate, but there is usually a little bit of inaccuracy sometimes. It's just another thing to measure the temperature, and it gives you more than one thing to keep an eye open on stuff to make sure that keep your temperature where it needs to be. And I believe there's no such thing as being too careful there. If you put another thermometer on there and such, it's just it's not a bad idea to have multiple ways to test your thermometer and such, or not test your thermometer, test the temperature in your water. It's, I don't know. It's just, especially since they're like, I mean, yeah, I just showed you those. Those things are only $4 a piece. So, I mean, I just feel like it's a no-brainer. Just take the extra step, you know? Just keep those up. Give yourself an extra thing to, you know, make sure you know that the temperature is right where you need it to be. Big Cat, welcome aboard. Good to see you. Saying, hey, everyone, love a good late-night stream. Absolutely. I've kind of been enjoying these myself here. Been doing them over here now the past few weeks as we set this up. And finally getting closer. Finally put in some Inkbird heaters in here to bump it up here. And slowly but surely that water temperature is gradually increasing. I'm sure it's going to take it quite a while here because it is 510 gallons is a lot of water. But it'll get it there. It'll get it there. Absolutely, Big Cat. Keep the analog thermometers on and all the tanks, controller or not. I absolutely agree. I mean, every single one of my tanks down here, I have to count them all, about 20 whatever tanks down here. Or I think it's actually 20 exact right now, maybe a little bit less. But whatever it is, around 20 tanks down here, every single one of them has an analog or thermometer on there, something outside of what the heaters are saying on there. Just they all at least have two different ways that are telling me the temperature. Just a little extra safety thing because, again, it's so inexpensive. Just get a little stick-on thermometer on there. That's better than nothing. And like I say, you can get them like for $5 or less. That's just the next thing. Aqua Garden Zen, waving back at you. Good to see you here. Yep, our right side there. Well, this is my. Oh, wait, no, that's my right side. I need to go back to kindergarten and learn what left and right it is again. But this side over here is a little bit warmer, but we also had that on about 5-10 minutes longer before we set up that Inkbird over there, so I guess that's to be expected. I both got them set up for 78 degrees right now, so that's what the heaters are going to slowly work the water up towards, and hopefully we'll at least be in the mid to lower 70s tomorrow. And if it is, and I anticipate that it should, yeah, I'll eventually tomorrow when we do the live stream for Monday Musings, we'll go ahead and drop them in there as well and set that part up. Maybe set up the canister filter as well. I haven't decided. I might set up the canister filter off stream because obviously filtration is a big thing. It's something I take very serious because obviously that's what's making sure your water stays intact. But yeah, we'll definitely make sure that either way, even if I don't do like a stream with that canister filter, we'll do like a small video and such. Stephen P, you must have radar or something. I was talking about you earlier. My mouse is not doing a good job here tonight. Saying howdy. Howdy back to you, Stephen P. That's another one, guys. Before, actually, I stream tomorrow at 5 p.m. Central. Well, 5 after 5, because I, too, also like to lurk and listen to Stephen P's stream here as well. But he goes at 4 p.m. Central there. And great stream there to talk about. Again, that's a dude that if you're into learning about aquarium plants or maybe just want some tips and such, that there is a great channel to check out there. Nothing bad, Steven. Nothing bad. Just talking about how you and Jenna got some pretty awesome planted tanks there. Talking a little bit about that Aquashella show tank and such. Even though I know that was a little bit of a cluster, but nonetheless, a lot of awesome tanks there, and y'all were definitely awesome. Oh, awesome! Myrtle's back with you tomorrow. Absolutely, that's awesome. But yeah, definitely make sure you check out Stephen P's stream. I need to get these fingers right. There we go. There we go. Check out Stephen P. stream tomorrow, 4 p.m. Central. Always a good one, especially, like I say, if you're looking to learn about some aquarium plants. Eventually I'll get it right the first time. This guy. He's a good one to go to. There's plenty of other channels out there that are good too, but Stephen P. is definitely one of them that if you don't have him on your watch list, you should. Whew, that bush latte is hitting hard tonight, in a good way. Still gonna have to figure out this daggone Wi-Fi thing, but yeah, actually, Stephen P. was also a person that kind of helped out with the heaters earlier. So, Stephen, I guess to fill you in, we got 2 Inkbird heaters, like probes and such. I was initially thinking of a titanium heater, but then they brought this along to my attention, and can't say I've ever tried a probe heater before, but I guess we'll see how it works, and if I don't like it, we can always bring them back and just go back to the original plan and just get some humongous old titanium heaters. But frankly, if these probe ones work just fine, then honestly, yeah, let's just stick with these because they take up way less space than what a glass or titanium heater. And considering how big a Mabu puffer's bite is going to be, a glass heater just sounds like a bad idea. All it takes is a Mabu puffer to chomp on that heater, and like the extra protection of the Inkbird probes. It didn't come with anything like that, so I don't know. I'll have to check on Amazon or something to see if it has like something for that. But yeah, the extra protection, I mean, we got 2 of them on that too. So even if one of them cruds out on us, we got 2 Inkbirds on there doing the job there. I believe they can max out to about 1,200 or something, which when I first heard that, but a link to what I bought. Well, let's see here. Well, eventually I'll get this out of here. There we go. In terms of the exact model, Steven, it's ITC. Well, here you go. That's the exact kind I got. The ITC 306A. That's what I got. 2 of those, to be precise. We've been streaming for about an hour, 45 minutes. Are you kidding me? Goodness gracious, time flies. Let's see. Well, maybe while Steven checks that out here, I'll check back on the chat here in a second. We're going to see if this temperature keeps gradually going up. And while I'm at it, I'm going to put my step ladder away because I don't want that metal keep leaning on my glass because I'm paranoid like that. Oh, sure. Yeah, let's just take it off the glass of the plywood tank. Let's just bang it right to the 185 bulb. That makes sense. Okay, yep, she is working. Yeah, that water feels a little bit warmer. We're getting there. We're getting there. $67.1. Yeah, she's getting warmer. They're about 4/10 off right now in terms of degrees. The 2 heaters, that is. They're about 4/10 off. Oh. Oh, goodness gracious. Oh, yeah, that is a temperature controller. Why have I been saying that they're heaters and all that? They're heater controllers. Gosh dang it. Oh, I've been losing my mind here, guys. So that's right. The actual heater part we got to put in here yet, but that's on its way here. Should be here with us tomorrow. But that part's coming. Excellent. Oh, Jeremy, yeah. I must have missed it earlier, but yeah. Controllers, yeah. P&W, yeah. Oops, it's like, yeah, not gonna lie, it's like, oh boy. Yeah, I feel a little stupid. All this time I kept seeing heaters. I'm not sure why I kept saying that. Probably because I keep thinking about them too. Shoot. Yeah, well, shoot. I feel stupid. But yeah, now we know where our water is, so that's good. But yeah, now we just gotta later on we'll set up the actual heater itself, and yeah. Absolutely, Steven. I mean, yeah. Well, tomorrow that'll just give us another thing to do here tomorrow, because I'm not sure, but yeah, they said, well, we got your ink birds in, but we don't quite have the heater rod themselves. I don't know why I kept saying heaters, but they should be in tomorrow, so we'll have to make sure we get those. I'm glad I also don't have to actually set up a Wi-Fi on there. Ceramic? No, Stephen P. I'm thinking titanium actually. I will not put a glass heater with this Maboo puffer. No, I feel like a glass heater with a Maboo puffer, especially as big as its bite's going to be, I think that'd be just asking for trouble. Well, you know what we are going to do tonight then in the meantime? See, where did I set that 300 at? I put that 300 somewhere. Ooh, here we go. This is a big 300 watt heater. Better than nothing tonight. Drop it in. What the who? There we go. Bango bongo. Oh, no! Ah! My controller's falling. No! Okay, there we go. Okay. Well, I feel like an idiot. There's that. Cool. Actually, where's that other heater at? I do have another heater somewhere, actually. And it is a titanium heater. Where are you? There it is. In the bottom of my 185 here. Initially, I got it for this tank. But, well, there's nothing in this tank, so we're going to rock. There we go. Poetry. A bulk reef supply heater. This titanium beastie is a 600 water. So this should do some affirmative action for us. Hopefully at least bump it up to something here tonight. Oof, the controllers are falling down, falling down, falling down. I don't want the controller to fall in the water like this cord. Get out of there. I might have to put like staples on the top of this thing to keep that cord out because I obviously don't want a cord in my water. You're just going to be a little pain in my backside, aren't you? Get up there. Stay there. I say to an inanimate object. This is why I keep backup heaters. For these exact reasons. Absolutely. Now we're cooking with fire. So we got 900 watts of heat going in there right now. We'll see how that goes. Although the one Eheim heater already has a controller on there, so we'll see how that works. Bunny Viper, how's it going? Welcome aboard. Well, Stephen P., let me put it this way to you. The whole reason why I lost my female Schottendenny puffer was because I suspect she found like a snail, or maybe there was a shrimp swimming by it, by one of the glass heaters, and I noticed about a puffer-sized bite on the heater, and when my wife and I came back from our honeymoon, the water was about 96 degrees. So with any medium-sized to bigger puffer nowadays, I don't mess around with it. I try to get titanium heaters. The only reason how come I still have glass in with Finley is, well, one, it's not your cheap glass heaters. Like, well, I'm not going to share what I paid for them, but yeah, it's let's just say, long story short, they're they're not the cheapest, but the only reason I'll keep them in there is because, yeah, she's never shown interest in the heaters. In fact, she wants nothing to do with them. She swims away if I'm ever messing with them. She doesn't want to be anywhere near them. But for your, but yeah, for the Schottendennies, I don't know. I mean, it's up to you because it's your aquarium. But I always personally recommend, like, if they have even a decent bite, anything that gets like 4 inches or bigger now as a puffer, I'm going to be very leery of doing a glass heater anymore because I got burnt on one of those. Don't want to do it again. Okay, well, that explains it pretty well then. And that's a very good explanation. So, yeah, Inkbirds will do. Plug the heaters into the ink. Shut off all power to the heater, and if it reaches a certain temperature, heaters won't fail when on. Yeah. Because, yeah, the last thing I want to do is cook the puffer. I just hope that, yeah, this whole mailing system, though, man, this, the titanium heaters, hopefully they're in tomorrow, but we'll see, I guess. All right, almost done with the beer. We'll keep this stream going until the beer's gone. All this time checking the temperatures and such, and I'm like, wait, what am I checking the temperature for? We ain't got no heaters in there. What am I doing? Ooh, Steven, you and Jenna got to do like a video on that, man. That would be, whew, that'd be pretty. I have a co-op heater in the tank. Haven't gotten the Schottendenny yet, but the tank is a 50-gallon rimless, same as Escape. I will also tell you now, Steven, that Schottendenny puffers, they're another one that actually doesn't mind living in shoals as well. In fact, some people would even tell you they prefer to live in shoals. I've only kept them the one time, so in my personal experiences, I can't really say one way or the other. But, I mean, yeah, that would look awesome, though, man. Especially from the scape that you guys had from Aquashella, yeah, that's going to be a killer tank. Just make sure there's no sharp rocks in there, because sometimes those puffers, Shout Daddy puffers are not like those, like the ambush puffers that like to totally bury themselves in the sand. But sometimes they do like to kind of wallow themselves in the sand, much like my Fahaka puffer Finley does. Or even Mac my Mabuit sometimes. Oh, same tank, different scape. Gotcha. Alrighty. I got my arrowhead puffer checking through here, saying like, hey dude, you gonna give me food yet? There's old Chief himself peeking his head right around the corner. You can kind of see him right there. He's like, why are you showing me on camera, dude? You just got done doing that. I really don't like these. He does not like attention, that's for sure. I mean, he'll still peek it up enough to where, I can see him at least, but he's not much of a mover. That's just kind of what he likes to do. He'll go there, sometimes behind the sponge filter or along the side of the plants I have in there, and that's about all he does. So, Stephen P., I guess, honestly, it also kind of depends on the personality of your puffer. If your puffer sometimes gets freaked out and, like, zips all throughout the tank, then you might want to keep the Dragon Stone out. But I have a Dragon Stone in with my Mabu puffer right now who's growing out a little bit into a 40 breeder, and I have no problem. So that would kind of be up to you on, like, what's your puffer's personality. If it gets freaked out, does it kind of scatter itself all throughout the tank and just dart all around aimlessly? If that's the case, then yeah, Dragonstone may not be the best thing. But if not, then you might not have a problem. Substrate is all Fluval Stratum. Never used that before, but Fluvals they're not usually overly scratchy. The main thing is that, yeah, you just don't want anything that is going to scratch them up too much. And honestly, the Dragonstone I wouldn't be so as worried about as the substrate, because, I mean, if a fish sees a big old stone, I mean, it's not just going to, but a substrate, on the other hand, if it's like big and rocky, like say pea gravel or river rock, that might you want to rethink. Not that that's what it is, because, stratum is not like that at all. But yeah, saving for a show. That's the one problem. As awesome as Shout Denny puffers are, they're not cheap. It's too bad, actually, you're not close to the Omaha area, Stephen P. We got a couple of Powabye puffers here in town, actually. They're sometimes referred to as leopard puffers. Well, tell you what, guys, I'll pull up a picture here. I actually just saw them today, and I got to tell you, they're pretty sweet looking. I could not care less about this other whatever that ESPN news is. I could really care less. I really, really could. There you go, guys. Oh, I'm going to kill that light. Oh. That's a leopard puffer. It's one of the many variations of the Powabye puffer. Powabye being P-A-O and a bye, A-B-E-I. Hey, Chattanooga Ed. Yes, we are live, man. How's it going? By the way, Ed, I got a question for you. Just look to the chat here shortly. There you go, Ed. But yeah, Ed, you got to be feeling pretty good tonight, I bet. Ricky DeHoyle saying what's up. Back at you, Ricky. Good to see you. We got Justin Shane here. Best guppies for a starter. Yes, absolutely. Best guppies. I'll be honest with you, Justin. I'm not much of a guppy guru myself. Actually, that's a channel, actually. Be sure to check them out. Guppy Guru is awesome. But tell you what, Ed, Chattanooga Ed, I know you're kind of a guppy expert yourself, or a guppy enthusiast at least. So if you got maybe some suggestions here for Justin, Ed, you'd probably be able to be given better stuff for that. Or same George RB3, welcome back. Ed or George, yeah. If one of y'all got suggestions for Justin up there, absolutely. You guys would probably be able to give better suggestions than me on there. Because honestly, Justin, I've mostly just gotten like the assorteds, or I guess some people call them the mutts. I don't know. Oh, here's one. Half black guppies. Ooh, those do sound pretty. Those do. Mm-hmm. Here you go, Justin, right here. Chattanooga, it says, Justin, I would try to find somebody that's already breeding guppies in your area. They would already be used to your water and should have no problem. That is very true. Because, yeah, those guppies, on the other hand, sometimes if you get those from, like, chain stores like Petco and PetSmart sometimes, you never know what you're getting them. They could have internal parasites or disease and all that because I guess I don't want to say too much because I just don't like talking down on stores and such, even the corporate chains. But the fact of the matter is sometimes those national chain ones don't always do the best care with them. I mean, hence they may not always be in tip-top shape. They might be battling something internally, like with parasites or disease or something. And unfortunately, that's the disappointment of it, unfortunately. Good point there, PNW. The minerals in the water. Absolutely. That's a very good point. Checking through the chat. Let's see. I got about a third of the beer left. So, as I say, we'll keep this chat going until we run out of the beer. Justin, talking from Spokane. Correct me if I'm wrong, Justin. That's Washington, I believe. Hey, but either way, Justin, hello from Iowa. Council Bluffs, Iowa, to be precise, actually. Hey, but welcome aboard there from the Pacific Northwest over there. Oh, man, so we got 2 from Spokane. How cool. GBR Aquatics. No, if you do want to get Super Bowl tickets, I believe there are still some available for this year. If you're willing to pay thousands of dollars, that is. Because they are definitely not cheap tickets absolutely ever. They are very pricey. But no, technically speaking, GRB, you could definitely get some Super Bowl tickets yet if you wanted to. Okay, it is indeed in Washington. I was pretty sure. I was like 90% sure, but it's like, not sure. Maybe it's like a small Spokane somewhere in the middle of, I don't know, Utah or the middle of Michigan or something. You never know. Aquaballs, welcome aboard. Hello, everyone. Good day. Absolutely. Justin Shane saying hit the sub button. Absolutely. Thank you very much, Justin. Appreciate you, man. Hopefully, hopefully you find some videos you enjoy here. Because, we're going to be doing plenty more on this thing here yet. Because, hopefully the titanium heaters themselves, the actual heaters, unlike what I've been talking about and wasting about an hour's time speaking otherwise, will be here. But yeah, the controllers are here. We got a one titanium 600 watt heater hanging on it right now. Got plenty of aeration here going, as you can see. We'll sort that out here a little bit later. But like I say, don't want to put any sponge filtration in there or anything until we get the heat where we want it to be. Do. Checking through the chat. Very nice. All right. Hard to believe it. We've been streaming for over 2 hours. It does not feel that long. It really doesn't feel like I've gone that long. Well, now that we actually have legit heaters on this thing, let's see how this 600 watt is doing for us now. My controller is way the heck back here. Oh yeah, there we go. Now we're getting somewhere. Hallelujah. There we go, y'all. Slowly now, with 900 watts of heater power in there, now we're slowly getting that temperature up. Aqua Garden, yeah, thank you. Good wood piece that I got while me and my wife visited Aquashella in none other than Chicago. Again, a little bummed that it's not going to be there this year, but wife and I are thinking we might try to go make it to Aquashella, Dallas. Basically just seeing if she can get the time off. I mean, fortunately, I have a job that's very understanding about what I do here with YouTube and such, and that, you know, every once in a while I like to make some conventions because honestly, as fun as it is to go to the conventions to buy stuff, and I've said this a couple times and I'll say it one more time, my favorite part, honestly, of going to the conventions is just going and meeting and, connecting some names like what we see here in the chat. And, we go and we just connect a name with a face. That's honestly one of the things I really like. And then, outside of the convention where we hang out and chat a bit, sometimes, go out for dinner, do some fun activities and such. That's what I like to do. Craig's Catfish Cave, just pulling the Bolivians' tank apart, moving on from them and doing something new. Bolivian rams, I got to tell you, I love those. Or I presume you're talking about Bolivian rams. I might be off there on something. You might be talking about something else. But either way, yes, that's they're always it's always sometimes a bit stressful pulling those tanks apart, but it's always exciting to think about, like, okay, what are we gonna do next? Checking through the chat. Yes. Yep, thought so. Dang it, gonna leave and text Steven real quick. Be right back. Absolutely, Ed. Absolutely. Craig, that's a good question. Is Craig gonna stream here yet tonight? Well, I guess based on the time here in Council Bluffs, Iowa, we are currently at 1 a.m. here in the morning. I guess if Craig wants to go live here, absolutely. But I will say probably here before too terribly long. We might bring this to about 2.5 hours just because why not? We're at 2:10 right now. Or depending on how much longer this lasts. Yeah, we can make that last 20. No problem. Oh, yeah, and it's still cool. We're good here yet. Oh, there you go, chatting. There you go, Ed. Yep, Steven's still here. If Ed's still on here yet, or he might already flew the coop. So I guess, yeah, he said he was going to text you, Steven. So maybe, I don't know, check your phone. Or whatever device, I guess. Maybe he's talking about Messenger, which in such case, the laptop would be fine. Or computer, whatever the heck. 6 p.m. there. All right, yeah. So still a very young evening for you. Yep, we are 1:01 a.m. here in Council Bluffs. Probably won't be up too terribly much longer, but at the same time, well, none of the local family-owned fish stores here in the Omaha area open up until about noon. So, and based on my work schedules, I always get Mondays off. So it's kind of nice. Sometimes I work 5 days, sometimes I work 4 days. And this is the part where everyone says, Austin, it's not appropriate to brag. And to which I say, fair point. Drop TF, welcome aboard. Don't think I saw you here yet for the day. Finally found some figure 8 puffers for my new brackish tank after watching some of your videos. Thank you, Drop. Appreciate that. Question about your experience with their skin. Do they occasionally have some small white spotting? With figure 8s, if you're talking about on their back, no. Traditionally, no. That's usually like a dark brown color or a black with like mostly yellow. Sometimes it's a yellowish green, depending on the differentials and variations of the puffer. But no, I also see it down there with that. And to be safe, Drop, honestly, I would potentially treat it like ick. I mean, if it's like white spots and all that, then yeah. Do they look like they're salted? Well, here's the next thing. Do those white spots look, well, yeah. Oh, PNW. I didn't even see who read the comment. Sign I'm getting tired. But, yeah, Drop. I guess that's the next question. Do those white spots, do they look like they're salted? Do those white spots look a little bit fuzzy at all? Because if so, then yeah, you're probably dealing with ick. In such case, then, I mean, like a lot of other fish, raise your temperature up to about the lower 80s. Put some ick X or whatever ick fighter medicines in the water. One thing I will definitely say, though, especially with puffers, I mean, this really goes with any fish when it comes to treating disease, but puffers especially, do not overdose. Do not. Trust me, if you do, I mean, I'm not saying it's for sure a death sentence. It's because it's not. But I will say this. Puffers, with the fact that they don't have scales like, say, goldfish, angelfish, or, you know, like some tetras, barbs, etc., they are a little more susceptible. So if you overdose, they can't fight it off as well as some other fish can. So that's one advice I would also say, is that do not overdose. PNW. Ed Stephen P is on your plan of stalking him mainly because I told him to do that. Or I told him that, rather. Ooh, excuse me. But yeah, if it's like what, I clicked the wrong one there. It's like what PNW here says, if they look like they're salted, or as I said, if it also maybe looks a little bit fuzzy or flaky, perhaps. Yeah, unfortunately, yeah, you might be battling that horrendous I word. There you go. And Stephen P getting in contact there. There we go. Maybe that won't quite last 2.5. Oh well, it lasts what it lasts. It almost looks like small hair fall. Okay, then yes. Drop, I would say, unfortunately, you're dealing with something ick related then. So in that case, yeah, I would say First and foremost, raise up the temperature. I would say about, I did it back when, well, my figure eights never battled it, but back when I had it with my Amazon puffers, which are roughly about the same size of what figure eights are, raise the temperature up. I boosted it up to about 80, 81 degrees because it does not like heat. And I would also make sure that, yeah, what if you have some ick X or whatever your choice of ick medication is, drop that in there right now. But even if you don't have any ick medication right now, one thing that you can do to help fighting it right now is bump up the heat. But yeah, don't go too crazy either, because while we do want enough heat to kill the ick and such, we also don't want to stress out the puffers there too much either. So don't go overly high. I'd say about, yeah, 80, 81 is about what I do. You can maybe do 82, but something like that. Somewhere around that ballpark. Is that so, Ed? Ooh, ooh, ooh. If anybody needs Girl Scout cookies, Stephen P. is my hookup. He has all the good stuff. Ooh. Now, see, here's my favorite thing. My wife likes those peppermint patty things. I really like I really like those peanut butter patties myself. A little wafer in there with the cookie and covered with the chocolate. Those are the things I love. Those peanut butter patties, I could kill a whole box by myself. But woo! My full screen just turned on. That's new. No thank you. No full screen. But thank you, StreamYard. Good question. Well, hey, I'm with P&W here. I mean, hey, Stephen P. I mean, hey, if you can deliver like some peanut butter patties by shipping, by all means, I'm more than interested. Because I'm always down for that stuff. And I can't honestly remember the last time I've had that. It has been a hot minute since I've had that. Oh, yes, GRB. That's a very good point. I'm glad you brought that up because I almost forgot. If you're increasing the temperature, make sure you got sufficient aeration. Like, make sure you got plenty of air and oxygen going to those tanks because, yeah, if it gets warmer, then, yeah, you don't want your fish panting or gasping towards the surface of the water. We definitely don't want that either. Thank you for bringing that up, GRB. Yeah. Sometimes you try to think of all the stuff there, and, yeah, that's true. Oh, if you raise up the temperature, make sure you got plenty of aeration. Hey, there you go, people. Yes, they ship. There we go. And you get them early before start selling them in front of stores. Awesome. Sounds good. Sounds like a good deal to me. I have to fill up. All right, well, right now I'm really not in much of a position to get that too much. I gotta wait and see what. I gotta pay for the titanium heaters yet because they were like, I wanted to pay for the whole thing here yet today, but at first they were like, nah, I'll tell you what, just pay for the ink birds today, and when your titanium heaters come in tomorrow, then pay. Because we want to make sure that they actually work. That's like, okay, fair enough. If they're brand new in a box, I don't know why the heck they wouldn't work, but what the hey is that? Little news though on me, because of course I've told you guys that I've been battling a whole car situation since right before the holiday. My old car, unfortunately had a meeting with a deer, and let's just say the deer won. Well, it pranced away, so I mean it won in the long, it won long enough, and unfortunately it totaled the car and such. But on the bright side, there we go. We do have a new car. Hallelujah. That's the new Killmonger right there. Whoop. I got to turn my light back on. There we go. Ooh, Chattanooga Ed. I wish I had something sweet to eat right now, but I don't have anything. Anybody got some beaver nuggets right now? Those beaver nuggets are amazing. Love those things. Appreciate P&W. Yeah, I think it's pretty nice. And in terms of the bells and whistles that it's got, I mean, heated seats. It's got the radio system's a little different than what I've been used to, but I'll get used to it. But I mean, yeah, it's got heated seats. It's got like that rear view backup camera, which, you know, when there's all sorts of salt and crap on the road right now, sweet heck, all that does after it gets all clogged up with all the dirt and salt and crap. But, you know, spring, summer, and fall, when, you know, there's not all that crap on my car, it'll be nice. But, yeah, that's nice. Leather interior and everything. Plenty of space as well for when we do these road trips later. I think it'll serve pretty well. Free shipping to Australia. Stephen P. Let's make it so, right? I don't know, though. I have no idea how international shipping would work. I've never actually shipped anything internationally before. I'm sure that'll change one of these times here because, well, I'll tell you all again here because I've said it a couple times. I'm trying to hit 2,000 subscribers here before my birthday in April. And if we do, just saying, if we do, thinking it's been a hot minute since I've done a giveaway stream and such, and especially since I've been designing like some Fantastic Freak stuff here. I'm thinking actually, and maybe somebody here in chat might know somebody. I know a couple of people in the Fish Fam that do drawings and such, but I'm thinking of having like someone or talking with someone about potentially like designing a logo or something here for a channel because I'm just going to be open and honest. I might have a semi-creative mind, depending who you talk to, I guess. But I'm not the most artistic with my hands always. Like in terms of like pictures or logo designs and all that, that's just, I don't know, it's not my strong suit. So at some point would love to talk with someone at some point about like building or not building, but designing more appropriately would be the term. A new logo and such. I mean, I kind of got an idea of how it would look. I don't really have a set idea in stone, but hey, if you know someone that does that kind of stuff, by all means, bring them forth. I would love to talk to them and be like, all right, let's talk business. I also need to get an online store at some point here too, because I have a couple of t-shirt designs now. I mean, I've designed lanyards, I've designed stickers. I'm still working on finding a place that can design hand towels yet that we talked about a while ago. The problem is also just finding a website that'll do it without making you order a minimum. That's the thing that I also don't like doing. Because it's like you have no idea how many people are going to buy these things, but yeah, something like that. Stephen P. Okay. Atomic Inkjections has been doing logos for a few Fish Fam folks. Okay. Donated his talents as Fish Fam Christmas prizes. Maybe I might be having a brain fart here, Steven, but I got to be honest, I'm not fully. Don't know if I've ever heard about him or her before, but I'll definitely have to check. I'll definitely have to check it out though. Ooh, and Atomic is from Atlanta. He can do tattoos. Well, nothing against Atomic, but I do not like driving in Atlanta. I've done it twice, and as far as I'm concerned, that is twice too many. I am not a fan of driving in Atlanta. The traffic there is just putting it as gently as I can possibly do it. It really tests my patience. And tests my patience further than it should. But another swig or two in there left, and that's about it. Chief there is still sitting there on this substrate, wondering, like, don't mind me, just sitting here, waiting for you to bring me my food. Don't mind me. Yes, I mean, those highways are insane. I mean, some of y'all already know I got my bachelor's down in Texas and such. Dallas is a little bit of a challenge to drive through as well. And that is one thing that if me and my wife do make it to Aquashola on, I'm not looking forward to some of the downtown traffic there. But I will say that I would rather drive in Dallas before Atlanta. That's just me. But Dallas can be a bit of a pain in the backside as well. But I think Atlanta, so far in all the cities that I've driven here in the United States, Atlanta takes the cake. Stephen P. is calling it a night. By means, thank you very much for checking in, Stephen P. Again, make sure, ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow, well, I guess technically, depending on where you might be at tomorrow, technically for me, it's technically today. But 4 p.m. Central Time here on Monday, Stephen P. will be going live. So make sure you check out his stream there, especially if you're in aquarium plants. That's an awesome channel to go to. There we go. But appreciate you dropping by, Stephen P. Have a good night, man. Probably won't be live too much longer. We're creeping up on 2.5 hours here. Still got 20 awesome people watching here as well. Appreciate all of y'all for that. My phone keeps going to sleep, so I can't keep track of the likes and such. Hopefully none of y'all ever done a super chat, because I know StreamYard does not do the best of job of always showing that off and such. Sometimes it does, but other times it doesn't. All right, according to my secondary screen here, we got 29 likes. Appreciate all of y'all for that. Ed, you heading out too? Or might just be saying goodnight to Steven. Either way. GRE, temperature check. Yes, let's check that out here real quick. Woo! Yep. Body's starting to say, hey, I'm tired. All right, let's see here. Well, we have risen above 67 degrees. Let's see what the other side here says. We are currently, let's see, matching those again. Okay. We are just a little bit over 68 degrees, and we started at the mid 67s. So yeah, we're slowly rising, GRB. We're slowly getting higher. Ed, thank you so much for the super chat, man. Give Chief a treat for me. Absolutely. Congrats to those Chiefs, by the way. I mean, that was a heck of a ball game, Ed. I can understand why you'd be stressed watching that, though. Oh, you were saying goodnight to Steven. Okay. I wasn't sure if you were heading out too, Ed. I mean, you are an hour ahead of me over there in Tennessee, so wasn't sure. Little bit left in there. Come on. And just like that, guys, I'm empty. He is risen. George IB3, same thing. Okay. Hey, I see a couple of small snails there on our 75. We're going to grab those. Actually, you know what? Before we do that, here's what I'm going to do. See if I can maybe... is there a way that I can get this link to my phone? There's a way now I can add my phone to this, and I'm totally forgetting how to do it. Well, we're going to figure this out. Oh, no. Go away. Dang messenger. Stupid thing. Okay, here we go. Oh, what is this thing going on? I'm not sure what this thing's doing. There is a way to connect your phone. I was thinking we could go around and feed the puffers here real quick. All right, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Oh, come on. One, two, three, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Uno, dos, 1, 2, 3. Uno, dos, 1, 2, 3. There we go. Testing it here on the deal here. Awesome. Okay, I think we got that. Or wait, no, we don't. Why is that being... Not sure why it's doing it the long way, but either way. Snailed it. Love it. Well, guys, we might have a little bit of a... I'm not sure why we're not switching around, but oh well, I guess that's how it is. That's how it is. All right, guys. Let's feed some puffers, shall we? Okay, we're just going to go ahead. There we go. Sweet. Getting a feedback. There we go. Enough of that crap. All right. Let's get out of here, shall we? I'll try to keep an eye on the chat here as we get moving. Yeah, I know the screen sucks, so bear with me, guys. I was trying to get rid of this vertical screen, and it was not cooperating. And I just don't, I'll be honest, I just don't want to mess with it. Check it out, guys. We got some, see if I can zoom this in. We got some big old snails back there that I think Mac or Finley would like. So we're going to go ahead and grab those. This is why I don't mind some pest snails in my aquariums, for this exact reason. I just grab a whole bunch of these. That's a decent sized one as well. We'll go ahead and grab, okay, well, he fell. Never mind. We'll grab those 4 and we'll give these to Mac. Okay. There's the old 240 again. Everybody in here looking pretty good. There's one of our sponge filters actually right there, as a matter of fact. It's one of our big 250-gallon grade sponge filters right there. And there's the other one. That is true, GRB. It'll make it easy for clipping for some shorts and such. That is very true. All right, there's Mac. How you doing, buddy? And yeah, there is a little bit of algae in here. Look at him. Is he not beautiful? He is a pretty boy. That is for sure. There you go, big fella. There he goes. He's looking down there like, I see them, but usually you give me more than this. Why not? Why are you just giving me this? Where's my krill? Where's my bloodworms? We'll get to it. Roger peeking out his head out of that little rock there. One of our Palabai puffers right there. He's wondering when he's going to get his food. Of course, the queen herself over here. How you doing, Finley? That's right. You're on camera. He's like, I know I'm on camera. Here, get my stripes. Get my stripes. She does love the camera. She is such a prima donna. I kind of love it, though. There we go. Notice that I had that one on there. There we go. Some goldies here and a big old 50-gallon bow front. Everybody here in the 125 angelfish tank, y'all should not be hungry. Y'all all have been fed twice today. One of my favorite tetras right there. Some of the Congo tetras. Along with a black skirt tetra there. Another Congo tetra towards the back there. All right. Let's get some frozen foods thawing out for these puffers, and we'll get them fed. Roger's still peeking his head out of there. How you doing, buddy? Don't worry. Food's coming. I promise. This is really cold on my legs. Ricky, thank you so much for the super chat, man. $1.99 super chat just saying good night, Austin. Absolutely, Ricky. Thank you for coming in, man. Greatly appreciate you. All right, I'm going to put this camera down just briefly, guys, as I try to get some of this krill out. No, Roger, that is not food. Like children sometimes. He's looking up like, ooh, you put something on my tank. Am I getting fed that? That looks huge. Like, no, do not eat the camera. No. All right. Got some half clams in here later on for Mac and Finley. Finley will eat those too. Oops, yep, there we go. Now he's curious. Look at that guy. Oops. He's peeking up on there. Starting to peek up there. He looks up on there like, ooh, is it time? Not quite, buddy. Not quite. Close, though. Final bit more frozen foods here yet. I do pay about 40, 50 bucks per check at least to feed all the puffers. Everybody else does like pellets and all that, so that's simple enough. Or flake foods, of course. Every once in a while, I'll give some brine shrimp and such to my other fish out there. All right. Here we go. There's the Mac, old Maboo puffer. Looks like I got to top off your tank here soon, buddy. There he is, eagerly awaiting his dinner. And here we go. He does love krill. And as you can see, he kind of makes a mess. Hence why I'm going to be putting a crap ton of filtration on our 510 back there. All right. Big old piece for the queen here, of course. Miss Finley herself. Oh, yeah, she wants it. All right. I won't tease you, girl. Here you go. Of course not, because it's like, it's rude. It's rude to tease a lady with her food. Feel better, girl? Oh, yeah. Starting to go down. She might want seconds later, but right now she's good. All righty. The Mabu is fed. The Fahaka is fed. All right. Break up another piece here. Ed, I would if she ever was interested. The thing is, though, my wife doesn't like to touch the frozen food. She also, I think, is a little leery about some of the puffer's teeth and such, like especially Finley's. I mean, Finley, well, she may not be able to take off your finger if she bites you. She could probably take a good chunk. She's got quite the jaw. I mean, for a 14-inch puffer, she's but yeah, if my wife ever wanted to, yeah, I'd definitely let her. There we go. Roger's got his bit now. This is what he do. He grabs it and he just kind of strolls back to his rock. And yes, he will eat that whole thing. Yep. Like, get in here. There's no escape. You are coming with me in my rock. Oop. There we go. All right, Ed. How about we go feed Chief here, huh? A little treat for him. He had some snails earlier today, so we'll just go ahead and give him the meaty foods here today. Hey, hey, Chief. Hello. Oh, come on, you. I know you're hungry. The snails never fill you up. So some of you might be wondering, and I showed this in my Arrowhead Puffer Care Guide video. If you ever want to check that out, just click on my channel. It's my most recently uploaded video. This is something, a little trick that you can do to sometimes get the attention of ambush puffers. You just stick tongs in like so. Hey, Chief, what do you say? Huh? There we go. Up, one of those ink birds are going off. And there. Oh, no? Well, I'll give you a minute to go after that while we figure out what's going on over here. What's going on over here? Oh, just because the temperature's low. Well, yeah, we know that. Hey, the temperature is below 70 degrees. Yeah, we know. Like, trust me, we know. Chief, you not hungry, buddy? Did you really get filled up on snails earlier today, buddy? I don't believe that for a second. Well, if he doesn't eat that, I'm going to fish it out of there. Never leave food inside a puffer's tank. It's given their diet already. There is plenty of proteins. I can promise you that go in that water, and those build quickly. Definitely don't need decaying food to stay in there with them. All right, got some bloodworms here. We'll just toss this full-on cube in with the figure eights. There's two of them there. Nomming on it. Hey, buddy, over there. Come on, get over there. You're missing out, man. Dinner is served. Oh, there you go. He's found it. Get there, buddy. Get your chomps. Yep, Jeremy, that's exactly what it was. Low temp alarm. But yeah, it's like, yeah, trust me, we know. I'm well aware that the temperature is below 70. We all know. Because we were starting at like 65 here tonight. All right. The green spotted puffers. I need to do a care guide video on these guys here soon. All 5 of them up there. They've all at least grown a ½ inch too since we put them in here. All right, guys. There you go. Look at these guys go. They just attack that right away. Num 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 num. They just go crazy on that. All right. Yeah, they already got that down to where there's almost nothing left on there. All right. Mac, are you asking me for seconds over here, buddy? Is that why you're still fluttery? Ooh, I think he does. He does. He wants a little more. All right. How you doing, buddy? There you go. Oh, don't let it get away, Mac. Go get it, buddy. Go get it. There you go. He got it. A little bit on the wood yet, that everybody. It's sitting there waiting for you. Right there. Right there in front of your beak. Oh, don't you dare leave it. You make me have to clean that up. Mac. No. Hey, there. Right under you. I'm not giving you more. We'll give him a minute to try to figure it out. Crazy fish. All right. Here's another fish that's kind of fun to feed. Our black ghost knife fish resides in this log. You can kind of see his head poking out there. There you go. I give him like 3 taps on the glass to kind of let him know that, hey, food's coming. That is a cool thing about knife fish. They're another very intelligent fish. You can train them to let them know when feeding's coming. And even as so, yeah, like that, you can teach him to basically eat right from your hand. And yes, he will eat all of that krill. And whatever he doesn't get, hey, you, get out of there. The rainbows will try to get otherwise too. All right. Another look at our sponge filters here. Those have been soaking up some of the water in here for about just shy of a week. It hasn't quite been a week, but it's been close to a week. All right. Grabbing some more of the food here. All right. On to ghost knife number 2. Oh, you turd head. You broke one of the Anubias leaves. There you see one of them poking out his little head there. Don't ask me how he gets in and out of that thing, but somehow he manages. Hey, get out of here. Shoo. Hey, no, get out of here. Shoo, shoo, shoo. There we go. And yeah, this is so cool. You can just drop it in there. Get out of here. Shoo. Whoa, hey. Okay, well, the angel gets that one. Hey, get out of here. Go. Shoo, 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 shoo. There we go. That is so cool, isn't it? How they can just eat. Oop, one little piece up here yet, I guess. All right. Hey, come on. Get out of here, guys. Go. Shoo, shoo. There we go. Now we got all the krill to him. You got 4 good pieces there. All right. Some of the Amazons, same thing. Every time I turn on their lights, I give them some snails so that they can hunt them throughout the day. Now some bloodworms. Get some more of the meaty and the filling side, of course. There you guys go. Gotta watch out for this little guy right here. He's a little more aggressive than the other guy. He sometimes likes to go after my hand. He ain't got me yet, but one of these times he's going to. Big old angel there. Gabriel, my koi angel to be precise. He don't tolerate other angels, but He at least tolerates everybody else that's in this tank, which I guess I won't complain about that. Most of y'all are looking pretty round. Oh, what the heck? Green spotted, you get the leftover bloodworms. Congratulations. All right, we should have everybody fed. Oh yeah, and the red eye puffers. Red eye puffers got some more snails here. Right before I started the stream here too, their teeth are getting a little long, so we're gonna make sure that try to get their teeth down because I really am trying to not have to pull them out. The problem is the smaller puffers that have their teeth grow, they're not easy to get a hold of to do that kind of work. So hoping to get some snails to trim down their beaks and such. All right. There we go. Back at it. And Chief has not taken his krill yet. We're going to try something here real quick. Yellowstone Aquatics, welcome aboard. Good to see you here. Let's see here. There we go. Now he's eating it. Why weren't you doing that earlier, buddy? Well, I guess he's like, I don't eat on camera. I don't make you eat on camera. Whew, Yellowstone. Got to be working in about 7 hours. Goodness gracious. Oh, I should really dry off my arm before I try to use my mouse here. And I'm not sure what I did with my aquatic marine hand towel down here. I know it's down here somewhere. I just got to find the dang thing. It's kind of one of the things that I really liked from my trip when I went to Aquaticon last year in April 2022. Ah, there we go. Super tired and about to go to bed. Then the stream caught my attention. Well, glad you stayed up a little bit longer to watch what we were doing here, Ed. Absolutely, Ed. It's fun to show off the pupper feedings. I know people love them too. So might have to do some shorts on that here too, because I know people they love puffer feedings. I'm a little bit leery about ever doing a live feeding though. I know some people really like that, but there's also some people that just do not like that. Period. You know what I might do here yet tonight, just so these heaters or the ink birds don't go off tonight. I might go ahead and set the low alarms like way below the 60 and such, and then once we get the temperature where we need it to be, I'll set them back up. But just so they don't go off tonight. Hey, 67.7. There's that going for us. I'm going to set this like way down to like 65 tonight. That way it doesn't go off. There we go. And then once we get the temperature where it needs to be, we'll go ahead and set those back up. "99 degrees there. I envy you." like it's just single digits here in Iowa. There we go. The final thing I'm going to do is I'm going to let the water sprite go free in the water. Because the cool thing about water sprite is you don't really need to plant it. The roots will just start soaking up some stuff as is. Oh, no, come on, you. Just fall on out of there. I don't want to break it apart, though, either. There we go. That's it. Splendid. Well, the ink birds are set up. Tomorrow we'll set up some heaters. Well, I guess later today, technically now. We'll set up some heaters and such. Some actual heaters at that. And then, yeah, we'll probably move over the big old sponge filters over here and maybe set up the canister while we're at it. I don't know. Maybe we'll do another late night musings or something on Monday. I know, oh gosh, dang it. I already forgot who. I think it's Craig. Craig, weren't you going live late tomorrow or Monday, whatever? Somebody was going to go live late on Monday night. And I don't want to step on their toes either because I don't want to take away their viewership when technically that's not when I go live. There we go. Well, guys, wow, we have been streaming for almost 3 whole hours. That's definitely a record on this channel. So, yay to that, I guess. But guys, think I'm gonna go ahead and get the lights here in the fish room. It's been a later day for all of them. I'm sure they are more than eager though for me to turn these lights off. And frankly, I'm pretty tired too. And like I said, I think at this point about a half hour ago or just shy of it, the beer's been empty. So I think I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna get the lights here, guys. But want to thank you all though so very much for coming in here earlier and hanging out here as we set up the ink birds here. And now, as you can see right up here in the little corner up here, we got 5 water sprite plants now floating around in here. That'll start helping that cycle around as well. Since it's colder and all that, they can take they'll be able to tolerate the colder temperatures, so I'm not too worried about them. But alas, guys, gonna go ahead. I'm gonna hit the hay here. Hopefully tomorrow we can set up the actual heaters themselves and not just the monitors and controllers. And yeah, looking very forward to chatting with all y'all later. Greatly appreciate all the support you guys give. I'll be live again, though, for my normal stream at 5 p.m. Central, the Monday Musing streams, working on this. May or may not do a late night stream. Haven't decided yet. We'll see how much we get done in the Monday Musing streams. I might even just do work off camera here. But either way, guys, appreciate y'all, all the support you give. If you're new here and haven't done so already, consider clicking the subscribe button to stay in the loop with all the live streams I do, as well as some videos that I'm working on, because we're definitely going to be doing some videos on this here, as well as plenty of other ones. Care guides, conventions coming up here. We got a Omaha Fish Convention coming up here in less than a month. Father and I are thinking of going out to a fish store to get some fish for his new 75-gallon aquarium. Definitely have a video or a live stream on that, maybe even both. But going to be a lot of fun here, guys. Appreciate all the support. I'll see you all later on here, guys. As always, stay fantastic.